Now, here's another one of those if it ain't broke, don't fix it things. This is my stepfather's tap and die set. Now this is Imperial. I don't think there's any great quality in this, as it's called the Excellent tap and die set, but this would be a minimum of 30 years old and probably older, I would think, probably closer to 50. He was a game farmer and he sold the farm in about 2000, moved into town. He bought a few things with him and I've tried to save the best of them. Now this has 2-inch dies, an 1.5 inch dies, and to separate, to adapt the 2.5, the 2 to the 1.5, there was this ring which had expanded somewhat through the years. So as I was very carefully trying to grind it down on the angle grinder, it just separated. It is no good whatsoever. So I looked around for a replacement and was able to find anything. Then I decided to look for 38 or 1.5 millimeter die holders, and I discovered this one here. This was from Trade Tools Direct. It was $13.90, and when you look at it, I mean, just look at it. Look at the knurling on the handle and the straight part. Right there, I believe you can read 38, 1.5 in brackets. Look at the mold release marks. Look at all that. Then look at this. There is literally nearly no difference. This is on a different side. There's maybe a few more mold release marks on the larger one, but honestly, look at the knurling, look at the handle. This is the same thing. I mean, it's great to see that something that is so simple has been held onto for so long. Remember, there's between 50 and 30 years difference between these two. So I'm impressed, because it just shows that this design has stood the test of time. And yeah, this was practically nothing, which suggests that the production costs were low. You know, to get one of these in a name brand was, I don't know, $100, and this was just I believe it was the Fourth, which is their home brand, was $14. So yeah, I've not used this, but I have it. It's one of those things, I think it would be more useful to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So I've got it sitting there ready to go as soon as I need it. Yeah, I used one of these taps. I have just done a Dulux overhaul on my grinder. And I used one of the taps to clear out a hole on the rest. So it certainly does the job. But yeah, just something interesting I found when I bought that. I was just blown away at the fact that it was exactly the same design with decades of difference.